In this segment, I am going to take the paper sloper and transfer it to oak tag so that I have a permanent sloper to work with. I'm aligning the hip lines of both front and back on the paper sloper and measuring to the waist to make sure that they're the same, and then from the hip line to the hem line. We want these side seams to be exactly the same lengths. And now, if you have a pre-cut straight edge along your oak tag, just take your paper sloper and align it. And I'm going to trace off the paper slopers and transfer all markings to the oak tag. Labeling front sloper. With my tracing wheel and ruler, I'm perforating along the lines of the dart. Then I can follow those perforations with pencil and draw them in onto the oak tag. Establishing the cross grain at the hip. And right where the waist and the center front line intersect, that's a right angle. So I'm putting a little box. That little box means right angle. Filling in what each side of the dart measurement is, 1/2 inch, a full inch for the whole dart. And be sure to put your model's name on each piece in case they get mixed up. And align parallel to the center front to indicate length grain line. Anywhere within that piece, parallel to center front, is fine. And I'm writing center front right on the exact place center front is. I always put arrows there because if you had several lines and the little CF was just hanging out in space, it might be difficult to determine which line was center front. So I always put an arrow directly on top of center front or center back. I usually put a little red circle at the tip of a dart so that when I go to work with the dart, my eye goes right to it. And now to do the same thing for the back. Trace and transfer all markings onto oak tag. A right angle where the waist and center back lines intersect. Filling in the hip line. Ease 2. This means that this waist area might be slightly larger than the model's actual waist and will be eased into a waistband or a facing. This is because I don't make slopers super tight. I give them a little breathing room. Putting 2 dots where the hip line is at the center back, that's also a good place to stop a zipper. And then putting 1 dot, these will be notches when they're transferred into seam allowance. Putting 1 dot at the hip area and also at the darts. A little dot over in the corner shows another place that a notch will go in the seam allowance. So now we're just going to compare them. And I need a grain line on the back piece. And now I have a permanent sloper that can be used for any type of skirt, and I can use the paper slopers to start my pattern.